Hello, trail travelers. It is Carrie and Katerina, and we are out here on a camping excursion in the Maze District of Canyonlands National Park in Utah. And one of the things that we've wanted to add to the trailer for a while is hot water. And systems are expensive. We've seen some that we really like, that the Kakadu one, but it was almost $500. And we had been going back and forth on what to do about hot water. Well, right before, and I mean right before this trip, this company, GASLAND, reached out and said, hey, would you like to try one of our water heaters? And I'm like, well, if you can have it here before we start our trip, we'd be happy to take it with us and see how it goes. Now, this is a propane-powered hot water heater, tankless water heater. So it's got a hose that just connects right to our 20-pound propane tank, nice and easy. Now, the weird thing is it uses 2D batteries. That's how it runs the display on the front and all the electronics and the spark for the ignition. That's the one thing I wish was different on here, whether it was a rechargeable battery or some kind of rechargeable system, or I could plug it into USB or 12-volt power, something that I didn't have to worry about carrying batteries with. We're out in the middle of nowhere. If this thing doesn't work because the batteries are dead, you have no hot water. So that, for an overlander or off-roader, just something to think about. Make sure you carry extra D batteries so that you're always ready to go, or get yourself some rechargeable ones. So worst case, you can charge them up, hopefully have a way of charging them out on the trail. Okay, the next is water. We have water connection into our trailer, and the trailer itself has a built-in water pump to go with the 17-gallon of water that's on there. So we just tied into that by making a hose with the right ends. It's a hydraulic fitting on one side here to go into the trailer, and a basic garden hose fitting on the other side with 1/2-inch PEX tubing. Then the other connection you're going to have is the shower head. So let me turn this on its side here so we can see the connections. We've got the gas line that was on it when we got it, so I'm not going to bother taking that on and off. We've got the water outlet going here to the shower head, and then the hose fitting here, just screwing on here when we need to. So that's all it takes to get this thing up and running. Now, the output on this is 1.68 gallons per minute, so not very thirsty in terms of shower. It's got 3 different controls on here. From a single flame to dual flame, this is how much heat it outputs, and you'll see that almost instantly. It takes a couple seconds to get going, and then while the water is running, you can adjust that to whatever temperature you want. But I'll tell you, this thing gets hot fast. If this is turned up even just a little bit, you'll be at 120, 125 degrees, and that is really toasty. The setting on here is winter or summer. So if it's on winter mode, it's going to put out a few more BTUs to try and get up to that temperature. We're keeping it on summer mode out here. And then there's a water output here, 1 drop or 2 drops. I have it all the way to the right for the slowest water output when we're taking the showers. And then the shower head itself, you push it in on one side to start the water flow, push it down on the other to stop the water flow, and you're good to go. And I think there's a couple different settings on here. It says boost and a couple other things. We haven't tried changing that, but this has been great for taking showers on the trail. And this is a 6-day trip that we're on. To go 6 days without having a really good way of being clean, it's annoying. It really is. But when you can actually take a shower and get clean, it makes all the difference in the world when you're out on a trail. Maybe you can do with wipes, 1 day or 2 days, but when you're out 4, 5, 6, 7 days, man, a shower is the end-all be-all, let me tell you. So this is the GASLAND 1.68, as I mentioned. This thing is only $169. So it's not going to break the bank. It's going to be pretty easy for most people to hook up. If you don't have a water pump, they have a model that comes with a water pump. 12 volts, no problem. Hook it up to just about any water source. Now down the road, we are probably going to add a secondary water pump so we can just drop a hose into an external tank to keep going with showers instead of having to transfer water from external tanks into the main tank on the trailer. That's something else we're going to work on. We're also going to figure out how we can mount this, probably put it in some kind of Pelican case and figure out some fixture on here. We have some changes coming to the trailer that'll make that easier to mount this. Now, this is future Carrie talking here in the garage after the trip. So we'll get back to the video in just a moment. But I wanted to point out something that we did that made using the GASLAND water heater significantly easier. And that is a quick connect to the water inlet. This thing takes quite a while to screw on every single time. And with the water hose and everything, it was just a real kind of a pain in the butt to set this up and tear it down every single time. So we just got a really nice, high quality, quick connect. So all we have to do, connect it to the water, screw on the shower head, which is actually very simple, pull back on here, boom, and we're ready for showers. So super fast setup. Since the other end that goes to the trailer is also a quick connect, it's a different fitting, but it's a quick connect. That means now setting up the water supply is super, super fast. So I did want to throw this out there before we wrapped up the video, because I think if you are overlanding, off-roading with something like this, that setup and teardown time is really important to be as quick and painless as possible. And adding a quick connect to the hose, that's my pro tip for the day here with this product. So well worth it. So back to the video. For us and for Dana and Philip that are with us on this trip, we are so glad that we have a water heater. It has made all the difference in the world. So check them out. It's GASLAND. I'll have a link in the description so you can find it easy. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please like, share, subscribe, join the community down below on the YouTube video. It's underneath the video. And as always, stay safe out there and clean. We'll see you on the trails.